What's up, guys? It's AZ. Over the last few years, I've been working on this project. I got a ton of things that I want to share with you all. In my life, I've done some really cool things, and one of those things was last chance intervention. I'll often refer to it as LCI, or last chance. So one day I was in a real bad spot, and I got this inspiration, man. I was like, I'm down here like riding the bus today, you know what I mean? And I'm seeing all these homeless guys like holding the signs and doing all this stuff, and I mean that's where I was at, and that was me. I'm shooting dope, I'm smoking crack, I'm holding signs, I'm begging for money, and I'm desperate, I'm miserable, and so I was thinking like, man, like wouldn't it be cool if somebody just walked up to me right now and said like, hey, bro, like you want to get out of here, because I got a spot, I got everything you need, man, like we can go, and I thought that'd be super cool, you know what I mean? So I was out of that experience, I created Last Chance Intervention that was in its infant stages, and that's who that's what evolved into something that was really, really cool, man. A couple years later, I got sober, and I'm still thinking of this experience. So I got a few things in order. I built a nonprofit organization. I created a team. We traveled between Phoenix, Las Vegas, Albuquerque, LA, Hollywood, Long Beach, Seattle. Pretty incredible, man. We're searching out homeless drug addicts. When we find our prospects, we'd intervene on them. We always had some type of treatment option lined out. We always have something for these guys. We wouldn't just go out there and just like Jeff with people like we had, and they weren't the best options, man, but we had something for these people. Our goal was to help them change their lives, provide them with all the things that I needed most of my life the day that I created this organization, when I had a crack addiction in Phoenix. That whole be the change you want to be in the world type stuff. We were pretty successful. We did this for about 3 years. Eventually, funding became overwhelming. It was a full-time job with no payroll, so we had to stop. But to this day, I'm super proud of my work, and everybody that was involved with that organization has every reason to be just as proud as me. That idea was conceived while I was strung out on crack on the streets of Phoenix in 2008. That idea saved lives. Sometimes our best growth takes place in the dark. From 2017 to last week when I got out of prison, I really went through a lot of shit. And the shit that I went through really opened my mind to the purpose of my life. My newest adventure is currently called AZ Meets the World. Compared to Last Chance, I was shooting a dart gun, helping one person at a time. But now, man, I'm walking out the joint, I'm ready to pull the trigger on a Gatling gun. I mean, this is some big stuff. And this stuff, it's got the potential to change my entire demographic and way beyond that. Right now, my following is small. I've only got I had 98 Facebook friends when I started this video. My most viewed video so far is 26 views, and I've got 2 subscribers. But, I mean, this is only my 3rd day out, and I think that's pretty good. So I did 30 months in the feds. That 30 months was one of the most traumatizing experiences of my life, at least up until I got to prison. Prison wasn't so bad, but the 17 months that led up to that was not only constitutionally violating and traumatic, but it was also revolutionary to my ambitions and creativity. The byproduct of our government's mistake is nothing short of phenomenal. I developed a plan. I started to educate myself. I learned a lot about our government, how it operates. The truth is, for people like me, our country can be super uncool sometimes. And I have a plan to address some governmental liabilities that screwed me over. And these liabilities didn't just screw me over, but they screw a bunch of us over every day. And it's really not okay. But the solution is not only practical, but it's pretty cool. And like I said when I started this video, I got a whole bunch of ideas to share with you, but I can't do it right now. Right now, I'm getting technology figured out. I'm getting my life figured out. After prison, I'm as far detached from modern day society as one can get, but I promise you this is going to be worth paying attention to. If nothing else, it's definitely going to become a good source of entertainment, just to kind of watch me fumble fuck my way through the world. To everyone who knew me when I was doing Last Chance, I'm back, man, but it ain't just me back. Like, the more experienced, the more mature me is back. And to those who didn't know me back then, it's cool. That chapter was solid, but this chapter, this is where it's at. And I need to talk about my notes. I don't really like how I'm just reading this to you guys. Like, I want to have a little bit more intimacy, but this stuff, I mean, I got a lot of notes, and I went live on Facebook earlier, and I showed you guys I got a stack of notebooks. And I mean, I really took the time when I was in prison. I wasn't just sitting there engaging in the politics. I mean, I was there, I was getting busy with this project right here. So for me not to share this stuff with you just the way that I am, I feel like it would be wasting all the time that I did in the joint, and it'd be wasting this opportunity that I have to share with you guys. My original plan, what started all this, is a pitch that I call the LEO Accountability Act. Now, I'm going to be sharing that here in a couple of days, but for right now, I just kind of felt like it was important for me to kind of build a following and kind of let you guys know what I'm about before I just jump into it. So I was gonna just do this LEO Accountability Act, and I was just gonna throw it out there, and I was gonna go try to work with legislation, and I was gonna try to change it, create a law that could help people like me bypass an obstacle that I experienced that turned into a roadblock that just created this catastrophic load of crap that was just totally avoidable had we have had a resource that I'm gonna introduce to you guys. But bad things kept happening, so I kept on writing. And now, I've worked through so much trauma while I've done this project. And, if nothing else, this is going to be super therapeutic for me. And that's worth all of this for sure. But I hope that as a result of the work that I've done, that I can be an influential change to you and your world can be a better place because I'm in it. So a couple years now after I've done all this work, I've outlined 100 ways to achieve world peace, at least the world between my country and my demographic. It's all in my notes, and I'm going to share it with you. And I'm still writing, but it's time to add this component action into this, and I'm ready to meet the world because that's what I'm here to do. Today, man, I reached out to Marsha Blackburn. I called her offices. I left her some messages. I didn't actually speak to anybody, but I made that effort. I put in the work to reach out to a senator. I also put in the work to reach out to Emily Campagno. Unsuccessful with her, but I tried. I called a couple places. It was a roadblock, and these are gonna be hard people to get a hold of. They're big players in the game. Tomorrow I'm gonna call Tim Scott. After that, I'm gonna try to get a hold of AOC. That's gonna be a hard one because she's got like 8.5 million people that are following her. But it is what it is, man. So thank you guys for watching. I'm AZ. This is gonna be hella cool. I promise. Change starts right here.